I'm Jean-Michel Polit. I'm head of global sales for Cabasse. I'm broadcasting from France, and I'm very happy to do this presentation for you in Brazil. I will do a PowerPoint presentation, but before I want to show you the products of the Pearl collection. The Pearl collection is a collection of a series of products in the category of high-end connected speakers. I don't see myself, Nicholas. I need to see what's shown on the webcam, so I can show the products and see what is shown on the screen. I don't see the. I don't see myself in the picture. Nicholas, can you hear me? Don't require anything else to work. No amplifier, no DAC, no streamer. They're plug and play solutions. So I will show them to you here in this room. So as you can tell, they look very similar to each other. It's the same design. It's the same product architecture. It's the same sound, just different budgets, different powers. So here you have the Akoya. It was introduced in 2019, but the first one was the Pearl. It's a bigger system, introduced in 2018. Pearl and Akoya can be sold as one unit or as 2 units in stereo. And again, you don't need anything else to play music. You can connect through RCA, coaxial, optical. You can connect a TV, a CD player, a turntable, a NAS. So the Pearl, the Akoya, and then recently this year we introduced the new flagship for this product category. It's the Pellegrina. The Pellegrina. So it's bigger, but as you see, it's the same design, the same architecture. But this is our high-end, ultimate reference product in this category. And then we introduced in last month a brand new system. It's a 2.1 system, and here the goal was to make it as small as possible, but to stay true to the Cabasse sound. The Cabasse sound is very lively, very dynamic, very neutral, natural. As you see, we have Akoya, Pearl, Pellegrina, and here is the Keshi satellite. So it's very small. You see my hand, it's very, very small. And it's a part of a 2.1 system. So you have 2 satellites, and then you have a subwoofer. And the subwoofer you see here, it's very small as well. So it's a very small system, very big sound, very high-end sound. And you have of course, the 2 satellites. Then we also have a bigger subwoofer. So this subwoofer here, if I go back to it, this subwoofer here it's more than a subwoofer because it has the woofer, the amplification for the woofer, 450 watts, and also 2 amplifiers, one for each of the satellites, the very small satellites that you saw, 300 watt per channel. And also it has the streamer, it has the DAC, and everything you need to make music. Again, these are plug and play high-end systems. Don't need anything else to to work with them. We have a bigger version of this subwoofer. It's called the Pearl Sub. And with the Pearl Sub, we can make 2.1 systems with this type of product here. This is an IO, so it can be on stand or it could be on base. And you can see it from a distance. This is an Akoya in white. This is a Pearl in white. And another IO with a different finish. So these satellites are passive satellites, and they are played with a active connected subwoofer. This is basically the Pearl range. Well, I'll talk about it in my presentation. But again, as you can see right here, it's spherical form factor. They look the same, you know, from the smallest to the biggest. It's the same designs, the same technology, and the same sound, just different power and different levels of quality, but same very dynamic, lively, neutral, natural sound. So I will present what Cabasse is and where we're going, and also I will explain to you how to position Cabasse to your customers as well, and where it fits in the market, where our products fit in the market. So I will share my screen. It's shared already. Okay. So Cabasse has been around for a long time, 71 years. And if there's one word that defines Cabasse, it's innovation. In 1952, we invented the coaxial drivers. This is very important because the coaxial drivers is the technology that gives the sound, its sound to Cabasse. It's one of the main features of our speakers. In 1958, we introduced active speakers. So a long time we've been working on active speakers. Then we've been working on new technology for tweeters and mid-range drivers. And then in 1993, we put all this together in the first four-way coaxial active speaker. But this was analog filtering, not digital filtering. It took us 13 years to make digital filtering better than analog filtering. And this is what happened with a system called the Sphere. It was introduced at the CES in Las Vegas in 2006. And it's a reference in its category of active speaker. It's a state-of-the-art technology and sound. And then in 2018, we introduced the Pearl. So the one that you see here. It's a three-way coaxial speaker with room correction. In fact, all the Pearl systems have an automated proprietary room correction system. And I'll talk to you about this. A lot of patents. So, you know, many patents for the speakers themselves. The fact that all the sound comes from one source because the speakers are aligned. The room compensation technology is also patented. The woofer technology is also patented, and we use a lot of aerospace materials. So a lot of innovation for products that are sold to the public, but also for projects. And we worked on very extreme projects like putting sound on the deck of a aircraft carrier, sorry. It's a French ship. And Cabasse has designed some speakers to be on the deck to send communication to the soldiers. And then the ancestor of IMAX, 12 points of diffusion in this movie theater, very high end. And also that was a special project. And also we've installed our system in a lot of concert halls and also TV studios and radio studios. So this was the past, but now Cabasse is an entering a new era with a very strong momentum. What does not change, what it will not change is the innovation, the R&D. But what is changing is the market and the products that we're producing, manufacturing, and selling. We're enjoying a lot of growth, so that means our distributors and our dealers are enjoying very substantial growth. This year, we're doubling the business versus last year. And this growth comes at 90% from our Pearl collection, the high-end connected solutions. So it's really very significant. And why is that? Is that because people are changing, hi-fi customers are changing, and today they're looking for systems, full solutions that combine three elements. Of course, performance and sound, but also aesthetics. They want products that are less cumbersome, less, that has less volume, products with that are smaller, more compact, more modern in their design. And the woman acceptance factor is a very big thing. So throughout the world, people and consumers are moving more towards more compact, smaller systems. And then the last thing is user experience. People now consume music differently. They want music in different rooms. They want music coming from different sources, the TV, the CD player, turntable, streaming, of course. So really what customers are looking for are products that have performance, a new design, and user experience in a very modern way. And of course, the products that meet these requirements are high-end connected systems. So our mission is to be the leader in this market segment. And to be the leader, you need to have expertise in acoustics, which Cabasse has for 71 years, and also expertise in connectivity. Cabasse was purchased 7 years ago by a company that specializes in connectivity, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, application writing. So there are very few speaker manufacturers in the world that can have both the acoustics expertise and the connectivity expertise. With only a few of them in the world, and we're one of them. So we have a full range of high-end connected solutions, going from 1,600 euros to 25,000 euros. So you saw these products. You have the Pearl here. It can be sold as one unit or as a pair. You have the Akoya. You have the Keshi, the very small system. And then the other 2.1 systems, I showed you the IO earlier, but we also have a bigger product here with Riga and our top of the line in terms of passive satellite with Baltic. We can also associate the Pearl sub with bookshelf speakers, Minorca here and Murano. And of course, we introduced the Pellegrina, which is right there. You see here on the right, which is our new flagship. And we've done this in less than 3 years, or about 3 years. Pearl was introduced 3 years ago. So that shows you the strength of our R&D team. But now it's a full range. And we're going to continue adding to this range in 2022 and 2023. So there will be more high-end connected solutions coming from Cabasse. Now, here I said on Pellegrina that it's our new reference speaker, and it's a connected speaker. And usually when I talk to people around the world, and I say in the same sentence, connected and reference, people don't understand. For them, connected means MP3, streaming, low quality streaming, entry-level products. Well, with Cabasse, active connected means better sound. Active connected means better sound, and I will explain to you why. All the audiophiles around the world are looking for one thing, the optimal match between the drivers, the amplification, the DSP. They buy source, they buy cables, they buy preamps, they buy amps, they buy speakers, and they want all this to work well together. Where at Cabasse, we thought that we know drivers, we know amplification, we know DSP for a long time. So we're going to design full systems where the driver, the amplifier, the DSP are designed to work ideally together. So when we talk about connected speakers with Cabasse, it's not right. It's just not just connected speakers, it's really complete systems where everything is designed to work well together. And everything is in one system. Sorry. The drivers, of course, the amplification, and of course the DSP that makes everything work well together. So it's really important for you to understand and to communicate to your clients that with Cabasse, active connected means better sound for various reasons. The one is the match between the driver and the amp. At Cabasse, we've been developing drivers, membranes and drivers for 91 years. We know their strength and we know their weaknesses. So what we do is that with the DSP, we logically split the bandwidth into very little segments, very small segments. And in each of the segments, we know the strength of our driver and we know the weakness, so we can take advantage of the strength and erase the weakness. So with the same membrane, with the DSP, we make it better. Then there's also a feature called Dynamic Fidelity Enhancer. This is a real-time feature. A few microseconds before the signal is sent to the driver, we analyze the dynamics, we analyze the level, and we change the DSP in real time. So the feel for the music will be the same if you listen loud or if you listen very low or moderately. And then what the connection brings also is the fact that we can have DSP upgrades automatically upgrading our system without people even realizing it. So when you buy a Pearl or an Akoya or any system in our Pearl product line, every month we improve the DSP and we pass it on automatically to our customers. The other thing that internet brings is room correction, because right here at the base of the speakers we have a microphone. I'll show you on here, and we send, when we launch the room correction procedure, we send low frequencies to the room. The microphone captures what's reflected by the walls, the ceiling, the floor, and it sends the information to the cloud, because there's a lot of heavy duty processing that needs to take place. So the processing is done on the cloud. It sends back the information to the speaker, and the DSP is changed to match the configuration of the room. So again, the fact that it's a connected system brings better quality sound for all these reasons. So what our customers have told us around the world is that they knew our satellites here, the IO, but they never heard them, or they never sounded better than with our Pearl sub. Because if you take any amplifier, a Quell, a Macintosh, a Rotel, high-end amplifier, and you connect it to our satellites, the amplifier was not designed specifically for this driver and this satellite, so it cannot sound as good. So it's very important to understand that with the DSP and our knowledge of our drivers, we can make our drivers sound better with our full system rather than with separate components. So when you talk to a customer, there are 4 selling points to explaining why they should purchase Cabasse. Number one is the brand. We've been around for a long time with a lot of high-tech innovation, very big projects. So we don't come out of nowhere. We have a very long track record of innovation and excellence, 71 years. The second point, obviously, is sound. It's a sound system. So it's best-in-class sound, but not with a very high price. Although I know in Brazil, the situation with the currency and taxes is tough. But when you compare our prices to other systems for the same sound, it's likely we'll have a better price to performance ratio. And the sound comes the coaxial drivers and the fact that, like I explained, we can optimize the match between the amplifier, the driver, the DSP. The third point is the compact. See here behind me, these systems play a very high-end sound. They play really loud, but they're not big objects. Of course, Pellegrina is a little bigger than the others. But when you close your eyes, our systems sound bigger than what they look. And it's very important for these customers because they can fit these systems in their houses easily. And the last point is, as I said, people want multi-room, multi-source, and our systems are connected with our application. You can group the systems in the different rooms of the house. You can play the same music everywhere or different music in different places. So 4 selling points: the brand, the sound, the compact designs, and the multi-room, multi-source experience. And we believe that on these 4 criteria, we are the best positioned in the market. So it's a brand new momentum for Cabasse with products that are less than 3 years old, but that represent 75% of our revenue today. I just want to describe a little more in detail our 2 new solutions. First of all, our new ultra performance reference, it's a Pellegrina. So we've put everything, so the Pellegrina is the result of everything that happened in the past. So the coaxial drivers, the active speakers, the way to have 4-way coaxial like in the Pellegrina, with digital filtering that has improved over the years since 2006, the application stream control, and the result is the Pellegrina. So it's not it's a new product, but it uses everything that we've worked for 70 years. The product is designed, developed, and produced here in this facility in France. So it's made in France. And it has the best of all our expertises: acoustics, signal processing, connectivity, design. It's important for you to understand that these 4 expertise are in-house. We don't outsource everything. We do everything internally: the acoustics, the signal, the DSP, the connectivity, and the design. It's all Cabasse. The Pellegrina is tested in a very big room here, 1 by 1, and we've manufactured the first 70 pairs with a plaque. They're numbered, and we've already sold out the first 70 pairs. We only introduced the product 2 months ago. A lot of power. You see 300 plus 300 plus 1250 plus 1850. That's 3,700 watts per speaker. But what's important to understand is that it's just not power to play loud. Of course it plays loud, but it's power to have the best possible dynamics, to reach the peaks and the harmonics of the peaks. So it's a very, very lively, dynamic speaker, like all the product line, but here it's to the extreme. The second product is our ultra compact solution. So you saw it. You can see on pictures, it's very, very small, almost invisible. And it's a one-of-a-kind solution. There's no equivalent today in the market. In fact, there's no equivalent to the Pearl Pellegrina either. It's very well suited to be used with TVs, of course, as you see. And it's sold in a wooden box. So people can transport it to another house or on vacation or to a friend's house. So it's sold in this wooden box with everything is securely placed. The driver in the satellite and the driver on the subwoofer are both patented drivers. And the power here is, as I said, twice 300 watts for for the left and right channels of the satellite, and 450 watt for the base. And it's the same signal processing features as with the rest of the Pearl range. Same features. So this was a presentation on the products and the company. Maybe if you have any questions, you can send your questions and I will try to answer them at the end. And now I'm going to switch to a presentation on why, as a dealer, as a reseller, you should try to sell the Pearl collection. Why is it in your interest? What is the benefit for you? It's really two things. It's really easy. To bring incremental sales. That means sales that you wouldn't be making today. And to have sales that are faster than the traditional component systems. Easier and faster. So I will explain. Incremental sales. So today I'm assuming you have a lot of audiophile customers that come to your store and you already have great solutions for them. But what you're going to be able to do is to sell to this audiophile a system for a usage that's not their main system. Maybe they have a big room with their main system, but they need other systems in their house or in other houses. One usage is the fact that in some cases, people will want, they don't need stereo, they don't sit down and listen to music, they just want music in the background, but quality sound. So they want one Pearl or a Koya only in one room, and they're very powerful, so they fill the space, but they only need one. If you don't have a solution like this in your stock, then people come in the store and go out without buying anything. You have to understand that 40% of our Pearl and Akoya sales to customers are with only one product. 60% they buy two, but 40% they buy only one. They start with one and then usually they come back for a second one. But the directivity, these speakers are not very directive, they're very open. So you could put them in the corner of the room and they'll spread the sound across the room very, very nicely. A second usage is for other rooms, the bedroom, the kitchen, an office. Here you have wall mounts. I think these are Pearls, but you could have Akoyas. You could, so this is a kitchen, obviously. So you're not going to sell a separate component system, traditional preamp, amp, cables, speakers to fit in a kitchen, in a bedroom, in an office. So again, if somebody comes in your store for this usage and they don't find anything, they will leave without buying anything. With our solutions, they will leave with you'll have an order. Another case is for connection to a TV, to a computer. So here you see Akoyas for the TV. For the computer, you see this little Keshi system. And also people want to have good sound and travel with it. And here you see someone traveling with an Akoya in this bag. This is a Cabasse bag. So the Akoya is this system right here. If you can see it, and we have a bag to carry it, so you can go on a trip with them to a friend's house for a party. So if you don't have something in your portfolio like this, you will not make a sale. So these are sales on top of what you're doing today. So these are audio files, but maybe they want their main system, but they don't have the room, or they don't want to have a lot of components sitting in the middle of the room. Like on this picture, for instance, there's no piece of furniture to put an amp or a preamp or a DAC, but people may want a very nice sound system in this room. Very, people passionate about sound, audiophiles. So they want something that's more modern, with less cables, less components, that their wives will like, because usually, the audiophiles are the men, and the wife says, no, I don't want a big system in my house. So if you don't have a system that's more modern, more compact, they will leave your store, and you will not make the sale. So basically, with the per product line, you have 9 solutions, and you can sell a solution over time to one customer for different rooms and different usage. You can start with the TV room, and then a listening room, a music room, and then the kitchen, and then the office, and then something to go and travel with. So you can see that with the same application, you'll be able to use systems in somebody's house for a lot of different rooms, different usage. So you sell one system today, and the second one next year, and the third one the following year, and so on. So I talked about customers that are audiophiles, but what's great about these systems is that you will be able to attract other types of customers, what we call lifestyle customers. They may not know about sound. They're not interested in specs. They're interested in something that sounds good, looks good, and easy to use. And this is a very fast-growing consumer segment everywhere in the world. There are some differences from one country to the next, but overall, these people didn't used to buy expensive gear before because they were not audiophiles, but they do now. So again, if you have a shop where you mostly have audiophile customers, this product line will enable you to attract different types of customers, lifestyle customers, people with money, and they will spend their money much faster. It's going to be more of an impulse purchase. I see it, I listen to it once, maybe twice, come back with my wife, and it's sold. This is what our dealers across the world are telling us. It's much faster. A sales cycle is much shorter with these systems than with separate component systems. So connected systems, why Cabasse and why not De Vialet and why not Kef? De Vialet, they did a great job at educating the market that connected systems could be expensive and of quality, but they don't really have a hi-fi sound signature. They're limited to CD quality on iOS, and they're limited to Bluetooth on Android. With Cabasse, you'll have a high-end focus because the Phantom equivalent is the Pearl, but in our product portfolio, we have 4 systems above the Pearl. So you can go up to Pellegrina, and you can attract higher-end customers with more budget. Our application, we believe, is better than the Vialets. We offer better margins to our distributors than the Vialet. And of course, the Vialet sells direct and also refurbished products. With KEF, it's different. Where we make the difference is with our form factor. We have spheres. So people looking for a more modern look will prefer the Cabasse. Also, so far, KEF doesn't have a product that can be sold as one unit. And you saw that Pearl and Akoyas are sold 40% of the time as one unit. We have a more comprehensive lineup. KEF products are very good products. LSX, LSX, LS50, very good products. They only have 2 solutions. So, and of course, you can satisfy more customers with 9 solutions than with 2 solutions. And their main solution is the LS50. I was at a trade show, hi-fi show in the Netherlands last weekend, and KEF was only showing LS50. It's a good product. They have a new subwoofer. It's called the KC62. It's a very good product. But when you compare this to our IO3 that you saw earlier and our Pearl Sub, we believe our sound is better. So what dealer profiles, can be interested in our product? If you have an audiophile store, definitely. If you have a lifestyle store, also. Lifestyle stores are stores where it's not only audio, high-end TVs, furniture, maybe cars. And if you have an audiophile store and you want to attract lifestyle customers, a lot of our most successful dealers across the world are doing joint marketing events with luxury car dealership, McLaren, Rolls-Royce, Porsche, Audi, with high-end furniture store and other high-end luxury good stores where you place a Pearl in their store for a week, or you organize an event one evening inviting their top clients and you present the products. This works really well. And of course, for people buying a new house or renovating a big house, people with money, they want something that looks different, that sounds very good. We do very well with B2C high-end system integrators. And this I presented to you already, so I don't need to present it again. This is all I had for you today. Very excited to do business in Brazil. We believe our products have great potential in Brazil, like anywhere in the world. We have very strong growth on this product. We sold, again, the first 70 pair of our 25,000 euro system in less than 2 months. We've sold all the 2021 production of our Keishi system was sold in 3 weeks. So it's a big success. And you can be part of this success and make money with these products, we believe, in Brazil. I will stop my sharing my screen. If you have questions and if you want to type them in or send them in, please do, and I will try to answer them. Okay. 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 Are people still online? Yeah. Okay. Okay, well, thank you very much for attending. We hope you get a chance to hear our product, and maybe I will have a chance to travel to Brazil to meet you in person. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Jean-Michel.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Nicolas.
Thank you, Nicolas.